The South African entertainment industry is mourning the passing of talented actor Luzuko Nteleko, who died earlier this week. The 36-year-old actor featured in several television productions such as Isidingo, Ring of Lies and Zone 14, to name but a few. Fellow actors Sesimani as well as Zola Hashatsi join us now to pay tribute to the star. Certainly, good evening to you both. It's been a very difficult week, as we've seen on social media. Lots of messages of condolences to the family of Luzuko. Certainly, a lot of people expressing just how heartbreaking this moment is. I'll begin with you, Sia. How difficult was it for you when you heard the news?
Well, it was really heartbreaking. As you say, I'm at a risk of sounding cliche, but it's a huge loss to the industry. Luzuko was someone that I met on set on a show called Championship Pushes about 6 or 7 years ago. He was one of those people that had a huge passion for the art. He was one of those people that was able to strike a delicate balance between having a huge passion for the art and also keeping very calm. So he had some health problems about a year ago, where he took a hiatus of social media and everything like that. And then when he came back, I tried getting him on the phone. I spoke to him, and he said to me that he was in a coma. And I showed some empathy with regards to that. And what told me the mark of the man basically was basically me saying to him that I feel sorry for what happened to him. And he said, don't, because it brought me closer to God. So as much as it's a huge loss for the industry, but I feel better in knowing that before his death, he felt very close to God. And yeah, man, it's a huge loss for the industry. And condolences to his family, and we, as his friends and the people that knew him, we're really heartbroken at this moment.
And Zola, his contribution was not only in front of camera. Certainly, a lot of his industry colleagues are talking about, his contribution behind the lens in spaces that many of us would not have even been privy to. Talk to us about some of the moments you've then shared with him, and even some memories that you hold with you.
Oh, it's always painful to address, especially people that are our peers, same age, when we have to address them in the past tense sense, because now it's Luzuko was. It's no longer is. But I'll quickly share. I did Story Macy, a cast story with him in 2013, July. He was just in this industry, it's very fickle and fluff and fake. He was a human being. He was a young person that wanted to learn. He was eager to learn. He was eager to help. One of the many times we had script readings, he would go drop off the other fellow cast members. So he was there. He was present. He was in the moment. He was just eager to learn. We always say, if you don't know, ask. He would ask. Because his career will span from the days of Zone 14 to Tempe Pushers to Single Guys to all these shows that we've done. But he was an authentic human being, because people are quick, the red carpet, the black carpet, the yellow carpet, and be famous. And this is South Africa. There's no fame. There's no fortune. It's work. So he was a human being. He was Ubuntu. And it's sad that now we're talking about him in the past tense sense, but he was just a great human being. And I hope this is just a wake-up call to the Minister of Arts and Culture that we need insurance. We need to take care of the artist, because we are here to art. We do the Lord's Prayer. We say, our Father who art in heaven. We are arting on earth. But how many artists must just go and disappear and gone and forgotten? He gave so much. We gave so much of it of ourselves. but who takes care of the artist? Who entertains the entertainer? He was a great entertainer.
And certainly, Zola, you know, as you say there, it is important that his death is not in vain, but certainly we talk about the issue of artists being taken care of, and it must pain you to know that you have to, at a time like this, talk about it again.
I mean, I've done this with Vinolia Mashego. I've done this with Pro Kid. How many more of us must perish and disappear? And then you'll say, oh my gosh, it was great. It's the Minister of Arts and Culture must come to the party. And there's no energy to protest and doi and fight. We're dealing with COVID. We're dealing with it's a lot. My question is, who's the entertainer? Because Luzuko gave himself off and entertained. Even now, during the pandemic, we are the frontline workers. We are entertaining. We are doing the news. We are, I mean, theaters they're slowly but surely going down. But who entertains us at the end? We smile and wave and take pictures, but deep down, the artists, we are dying inside. And it had to take. I mean, many people didn't know that Luzuko had brain cancer. That's what happened. But with what insurance? With what medical aid? You know, we're not asking for donations and stuff, but who takes care of the entertainers? We appear to be happy, but deep down, it's lonely in this industry. It looks beautiful from outside, but inside, we know the truth.
And Sia, as we really round up this discussion, certainly what Zola is saying is something, you know, really important, and sadly that we, you know, as artists, you're still talking about this even at this particular point in time. How are you going to remember Luzuko?
He showed a lot of humanity. He showed a lot of humbleness. He was playing lead with the late Akumzi Jezile on Tempe Pushes when I met him, and he welcomed me on set, and he gave me the background about everything that is going on set. And basically, when everybody else was quiet, he's the one that stepped up to me and spoke to me and encouraged me, and he respected my work from previous shows that he has seen me in, and he basically gave me confidence. So for me, if I had to answer how I would remember him, I would remember him as a human being, a true human being, and like Zola said, someone that showed certainly Ubuntu. And we've been just to go back to the fact that artists are still going through the same things that our forefathers went through, where artists entertain for the longest time and give so much to the industry, and they don't get anything back. Recently, we buried Charlene Sir-Richards, a legend, and we brought up the same issue. And for how long will we, as artists, still be crying about the same thing over and over again before there is basically political will? When will we get the political will from the powers that be in order to make the necessary changes? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And yeah, man, rest in peace to Luzuko. And we'll remember him as an amazing human being and someone that had huge love for the arts and never fell through the cracks with regards to the lights and everything like that. If you look at the newspapers, you'll never see a bad word that is said about him. And as young as he was, he never fell through the cracks. So that is how I would like to remember him, and he inspired me so much.
All right. Thank you so much to you both for your time, and condolences, because this was someone who both of you knew very well, an industry colleague, and not only that, but someone very close to you. Condolences to you both. Those were actors Sesimani and Zola Hashatsi.